Okay, so once you receive your watercolor palette, you're going to want to experiment with those colors. You're going to want to add varying amounts of water to the pigment, thereby creating three different values or levels of saturation. So I've set up this color chart, this three value chart in my watercolor notebook. This is 140-pound paper. It's a Strathmore watercolor notebook. As you can see, first what I've done is I've labeled all of the colors, and just below and above those labels, I will create my color mixes. So I started by adding 3 to 4 drops of water to each watercolor pan. Uh, about 12 watercolor pans came with the Winsor Newton kit, and you can also order additional pans that you can add colors to the other side of the kit. And I've done that with just by ordering some tube paints. So the paints at the top of the watercolor kit is created with tube paints. So as you can see, what I'm doing here is I'm first adding a little bit of water to one cake pan, and that first color is highly saturated. So you can see the bright hue of the highly saturated colors at the top. And then I will add water to that hue and thereby thinning it out. And as I thin out that hue with water, you're going to see that the color is lighter and cooler. This is a really great way to see what colors you have and the versatility that you have with those colors. It's also a great way to discover how transparent some of the pigments are. As you can see where I'm putting down pigment, the the Winsor blue is a lot deeper and uh, is more permanent and less transparent than the French ultramarine blue. So as well as with the reds, the alizarin crimson has a higher permanence. In other words, it's less transparent. So then you're going to get a really good idea as to what it's going to take in order to uh, create the values and the level of saturation that you want with your paints. Uh, so like I said, the paints along the bottom are the colors that come with the Winsor Newton paint kit. And then if you want to add additional colors, additional cake pans to those colors, you can go ahead and order them either as pans, or you can order them as tube paints and squeeze the tube paints into the pans and store the tubes. And this is a really great exercise because, as you can see, I have 4 different reds, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 different yellows. And you really want to, and I've got 4 different blues. So some of my reds are warm and some of my reds are cool, as well as with the blue. This is a really good exercise. So you really have a strong understanding as to what your umbers are and what all your colors are.